just been sitting here. I was sitting upstairs before, now down here. And the kirtan was just so nice. Just so nice. Then Kunti started singing. That was nice. And then Sulochani started singing. I never heard her sing before. Really nice. A star is born. So, happy birthday. And your friend, it's your birthday too. What's your name? Meshika. A very happy birthday to you. And you know what? I have got a present for each of you. Soon. But let's just say a few words. Just say a few words. Krishna was also young. And when Krishna was young, he was sometimes naughty. You know, I've never seen Sulochani naughty. I've never seen. And before, years ago, when I knew Kunti, when she was that size in rows of beans, she was never naughty. You know what she'd do? I don't know if you've heard. She would take a bar of soap and like some sort of knife and just carve the soap. Yeah. Until it was all just... Well, she was such a nice little girl. And Krishna, you know, Srila Prabhupada said, when Krishna was little, when Krishna was good, he was good. And when he was bad, he was good. Because Krishna's absolute and it's all the same. Good, bad. You know the story? Krishna, there was some butter hanging from the ceiling. Look, it's a high ceiling. Anyway, it's hanging from the ceiling. And Krishna wanted to get some. So he made somehow or other he put some boxes or some things on top of each other so he could climb up. And he climbed up. And that, devotees, around the sort of the neck of the pot, just where it opens, there were bells to keep, well, so that the owner would know if someone was stealing the butter. So Krishna climbed up and he's trying to put his hand in, but the bells are there and he didn't know what to do. So Krishna spoke to the bells that if you don't ring, I will be your best friend. Yeah, if you don't ring. So the bells replied. Did you ever have bells reply? Drudge. So the bells said, no problem. We won't ring. You can steal the butter. Steal the butter. We won't ring. So Krishna put his hand in, stole some butter, and you know what happened? The bells didn't ring. They didn't ring. Then, now Krishna's got the butter, he's still up there. And so Krishna goes, puts some in his mouth, and the bells started ringing. And Krishna said, you promised you wouldn't ring. And the bell said, yes. When you were stealing the butter, we didn't ring. But when God eats, you have to ring a bell. So we had to ring. Sorry. So Krishna was naughty. Because it's, it is at a certain stage in life, it is the prescribed religious duty of children to play and to be naughty. They have to do it. It's their duty to be naughty. Sometimes, not always. So Krishna was naughty. And you know the story. Balaram, that they were having some disagreement about something. And Balaram got angry with Krishna. And he went and told, so he made up a story. Raj, do you ever make up stories? No comment. Okay. I don't think you would. So Balaram went to Mother Yashoda and made up the story. You know what? I saw Krishna eating dirt. And Mother Yashoda said, what? Eating dirt? That's terrible. And Balaram said, yes, I saw it with my own eyes. You must chastise him. So Mother Yashoda caught hold of Krishna and she said, open your mouth. Open your mouth. And Krishna opened his mouth. And she's looking to see if there's some dirt there, some earth. She looked in. What did she see? The universe. The universe was there. Even the planet Earth was there. She saw herself there inside Krishna's mouth. And you know what? She saw Krishna inside Krishna's mouth. Really. And Krishna said, listen, my big brother's just trying to get me into trouble. I didn't eat dirt. But Balaram was insisting. He ate dirt. I saw him. I'm the older brother. And therefore you must believe me. And so then, you know what they did? Balaram started a court case. A court case. Balaram was the prosecuting lawyer, if you know what that means. The one who's trying to prove that the accused person did something wrong. And Mother Yashoda was the judge, and Krishna had to defend himself in the court case. And you know what the result was? Krishna was found guilty of eating dirt. Yes. So all these sorts of things would happen with Krishna. You know the Damodar Leela? I won't go through the whole story, but the Damodar Leela, Krishna ended up breaking some pots. And there was butter, there was cream, there was yogurt, there was milk, and there was just all these types of things, and buttermilk, and there was cheese, there was paneer, and all these types of things, and sweets. There was laddu, there was burfi, there was sandesh, there was rasgulla, there was rasmalai. Wow. And there was chum chum. You know what chum chum is? You know. All right, because if you didn't know, I was going to say you wasted 10% of your life. So yeah, Krishna was eating all these things with both hands. Not just the right hand, but with the left hand also. And in the end, he ate so much that even though he's God, he couldn't eat more. Just couldn't eat more. And so there were some monkeys around. I think we may have some relatives of monkeys around here. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, so you started feeding the monkeys all these different things. And the monkeys are eating and eating until they couldn't eat more. And now the monkeys, Krishna's offering, go on, go on. And the monkeys are refusing, no, no. And Mother Yashoda came in. And Krishna, because Mother Yashoda had upset Krishna by not dropping him, but quickly putting him down. Haribol. She quickly put him down. She'd been breastfeeding him. And so she quickly put him down, and Krishna got angry. So Krishna wanted to, sort of get at Mother Yashoda, if you know what I mean. Some revenge. You upset me, I'm going to upset you. So Mother Yashoda came in and saw this mess on the floor. And there on the other side is Krishna feeding the monkeys, but the monkeys are refusing. And Krishna told Mother Yashoda, just see, your butter is so bad, even the monkeys won't eat it. So, when Krishna said that, Mother Yashoda understood, I got to do something. Correct him. Straighten this boy out. Otherwise he's going to grow up bad. He's going to grow up, he's going to be a thief. Now he's stealing butter. When he's older, he'll steal motor cars or buffalo wagons. Yeah. And he'll become famous as the leader. You know what makan means? You familiar with that word? Makan. It's butter. Yeah, Sanskrit indeed. He will become the leader of the makan mafia. And he will be arrested. And everyone's going to say, who was the useless mother of this person? Couldn't train them up to be a proper person. So anyway, Mother Yashoda decided to discipline him, not hit him. In ordinary life, the ordinary people, when their children get naughty, sometimes they hit them. But devotees, they don't do that. Well, they're definitely not meant to do that. And generally they don't do that. And Mother Yashoda, she wanted to teach him a lesson so he'd understand, yes, I must not do nonsense again. But not by using violence. So she tied him up. Anyway, you all know the story. You all know the story. And at the end, I don't know if you know this part of the story, but at the end, Krishna knocked down the trees, the demigods came out, offered prayers, went back to the heavenly planets. Krishna's still tied up. And Nanda Maharaj came. And Nanda Maharaj asked Krishna, who tied you up? And Krishna said, Mata. Yeah, Mata. And Nanda Maharaj said, why did she tie you up? Krishna said, I don't know. And Nanda Maharaj said, well, you must have been bad. You must have been naughty. And Krishna said, I'm never naughty. And Nanda Maharaj said, well, okay. Anyway, Krishna was untied. And Nanda Maharaj said, okay, now go to your mother. And Krishna said, no, I'm not going. And Nanda Maharaj said, well, who are you going to be with? Krishna said, I'm going to be with you. But I'm going out to herd the cows. And Krishna said, I'm coming with you. And Nanda Maharaj said, but how are you going to drink milk? Because you normally drink your mother's milk. Krishna said, I will milk a cow and get some milk. And so Nanda Maharaj said Krishna was angry. So Nanda Maharaj thought of a strategy to bring out Krishna's love for his mother, which was there, but it was covered over because of his anger, because of being tied up. So Nanda Maharaj lifted his hand and said, if you tell me, I will hit her. And suddenly Krishna's mood changed. No, don't hit Mata. Don't hit her. Because actually he loves her. So then Krishna went to Mother Yashoda. And they both were together holding each other and crying. So, all these wonderful pastimes happened. The pastime, Krishna was 3. Krishna had just turned 3. It was the Gop Astami. It's the second Astami in Kartik. And Krishna's birthday is Janmastami. So it's just shortly after, it's not long after his birthday, he just turned 3. And Krishna went to Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda and said, right, I am going to take the cows out and herd the cows. And Mother Yashoda said, Krishna, you're only this big, you're too small. The cows are that big, they won't even see you. So you can't take out the cows. Of course, she didn't want him to go out of the house because she's so attached to having his association. So there was some negotiation. Nanda Maharaj was, a little doubtful, but he was okay with the idea of Krishna going out because it's the family way of life. So it was settled. He would take out the cows, the baby cows. So there was a festival. All the neighbors came, all the friends and relatives, they came. Everyone brought presents for Krishna because he's starting the family, continuing the family tradition, cow herding. So Krishna was given a stick for herding the cows. I don't know if any of you have much experience herding. Have you ever herded cows? Really? Anyway, you need a stick. Sometimes you've got to tap them on the backside, get them to change direction. And he was given a rope, because sometimes even when you tap them, they won't change direction. You've got to put a rope around them, drag them a bit. And he was given a buffalo horn for calling the cows. And Krishna, you know what? He was given his first flute. Krishna's famous for playing on the flute. This is when he got his first flute, when he was 3. So he's ready to go. He's ready for action. And Mother Yashoda came, and you know what she did? You heard about that. You know what she did? She brought a pair of shoes for Krishna. Little shoes, multicolored. Maybe you've seen these Indian shoes. They have a pointy toe, sticks up, and sometimes they have a bell on the top of the pointy bit, and little mirrors and different little patches of color, and they're really, really nice. So Mother Yashoda gave him a pair of shoes, these shoes. And she gave him an umbrella. And she told him, listen, you're going out, there are many rocks, there are many thorns, so you need shoes. And it's sunny. It's very hot during the day. And sometimes it rains, so you need an umbrella. Multi-purpose, against the sun, against the rain, very useful. Plus a servant to carry the umbrella. So there you go, she said, you take these. And Krishna, you know what Krishna said? Krishna said, no, I will not take these unless you provide 4 shoes for each calf and an umbrella with a servant to carry it for each calf. And don't forget, there were 900,000 calves. So Mother Yashoda said, listen, Krishna, don't worry, they're animals. They're animals. They don't need these things. But you're a human. You're different. You should take these things. But Krishna said, you know what Krishna said? No. Krishna said, I will not take anything better than the cows. I will not take anything better than what the cows have. So either you provide shoes and umbrella and everything for them, or I'm not taking them. So he didn't take them. Yeah, he didn't take them. But then Krishna, just as all this is going on and concluding, then little Krishna spoke a famous little sutra. Maybe you heard it. You heard the sutra. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Sanskrit, of course. Dharma, or like religion. Rakshati. Raksha means to protect. Rakshati means he or she who protects. Rakshitaha. It becomes protected. That whoever protects Dharma becomes protected by the same Dharma. So in other words, Krishna consciousness is like all-inclusive, self-sustaining process. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. You just need Krishna consciousness and you'll be fine. So like that. Krishna said, the cows are our dharma, our religion. How can we take anything better than them? And he wouldn't take them. Yes, so then Krishna started calf herding. And Mother Yashoda, I mean, you all got mothers. I had a mother. Yeah, my mother died when she was 91, and what was I? I was almost 60, I was 59, I think. And my mother, she still called me by like the childish names that she called me when I was little. Yeah. As far as she was concerned, I was still her little boy. Because mothers, excuse me, mothers, and would be or will be mothers. It's kind of like that. Yeah. You're always your mother's little child. Yeah, it works like that. So anyway, you know what happened next? A few days later, so now they're going out every morning. Krishna, the cowherd boys, the calves, they're going out every morning early. And Mother Yashoda, one morning, she comes out. They're just about to start from, to go down the hill and out. And Mother Yashoda and Krishna is surrounded by his cowherd boyfriends. And you know what young boys are like. Do you know what young boys are like? Anyway, if not, you'll find out. But some of you, I'm sure you know, they're tough guys. They're tough guys. You know, little boys, they're tough guys. So Krishna's surrounded by his cowherd boyfriends. And Mother Yashoda comes and says, Krishna, let me check your clothes. So Krishna has to stand there and she's fiddling around with his clothes. And the other boys are watching. And they're all laughing. Look at him. He's a mummy's boy. He's a sissy. He's a mummy's boy. And Krishna sees that and says, Mata, it's all right. I want to go. So she lets him go. Krishna takes 10 steps. And Mother Yashoda comes running up. Krishna, wait a minute. I want to check your jewelry. So she checks his neck beads, his earrings, his bangles, and all these things. She checks them. And Krishna's standing there. And all the boys are giggling. What a mother's boy. And Krishna says, Mata, it's all right. I want to go. So she lets him go. Then, 10 steps later, Mother Yashoda comes, Krishna, wait. I've got some special prasadam for you. Krishna already has his lunchbox. And Krishna's lunchbox. Well, what's your favorite prasadam?
Beans with rice.
Beans with rice. In Krishna's lunchbox, he has several types of beans with rice. Oh, yes. What's your favorite prasadam? Huh? Donuts. Wow. There are a few different types of donuts in Krishna's little lunchbox. Yeah. And what's your favorite prasadam?
Pizza.
Huh?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza! Yeah, I thought either you or one of you, I thought, it's got to be pizza. There are a number of different types of pizza. Oh, yeah. And Sulochini, what's your favorite prasadam? Pasta. Many types of pasta. And what's your favorite? Ice cream. I think me too, maybe. But there are all these different types of ice cream in there. And you know what? They don't melt. But they become just nice and soft. You know, not like frozen, but nice and soft. Yeah. And what's your favorite prasadam? Puri. Puri and sabji, or just puri? Puri and puri. And what's sabji? Butter paneer? You look like a butter paneer. So there's all these different types of puris. And butter paneer, you know, there are different varieties of butter paneer. And other things I won't even mention in this little box. And tons of each one. And Krishna said, Mata, I got my lunchbox. I don't need more prasadam. The mother Yashoda said, no, this is very special. And she gave him some, whatever it was, something. Yeah. So, and Krishna said, listen, Mata, I got to go. But this went on. Devotees and friends, listen to this. From the top of the hill to the bottom, stopping every 10 meters. It took an hour and a half to get down. It's not far. It's not very far. And they got down to the bottom. And Mother Yashoda said, you know what? I'm going to come with you. And I'm going to cook lunch for you out there. Yeah. And I'm going to herd the cows. Because I know how to herd cows. Yeah, you can have fresh prasadam. And then Lord Balaram stepped in and said, listen, Mata, you know what? We got our lunch boxes. Don't worry about the prasadam. And the thing is, you may know how to herd the cows, but the thing is this, we don't herd the cows. We just play. And the cows just follow Krishna wherever he goes, this way, that way. We don't have to herd the cows. We don't worry about the cows. We just play. And Mata, you're too old to play. And poor Mother Yashoda. That was it. She was defeated. She had to go back home. So now Mother Yashoda's back home. She's cleaning up. And she's just thinking of Krishna. Just thinking of Krishna. And crying. Feeling separation. And then she saw one side, she saw a pair of Krishna's little shoes. And she's already remembering Krishna and very emotional. But then she saw Krishna's little shoes and her remembrance of Krishna just multiplied and multiplied. And she just became completely overwhelmed. And she picked up the shoes and held them to her heart and just cried tears of love. So it's not that she's a shoes fanatic, but when she saw the shoes, she saw Krishna, because they're Krishna's shoes. So like this, the advanced devotees, like Sulochani's in the process of becoming. Yeah. When they see anything, look, this is an iPhone, right? No, this one.
No, it's an A23 Samsung.
Oh, it's the same Samsung A23. You see this one here? The devotee sees it and remembers it's Krishna's Samsung A23 telephone. And it reminds him of Krishna. And the devotee cries because it's Krishna's telephone. It's Krishna's everything. Krishna's harmoniums, kartals, mridangas, and particularly Krishna's devotees. So yeah, I shouldn't go, I won't go on. I was going to tell you another story, but I won't because next time, next year. It's okay, yeah. I think that's not enough. Otherwise it will be too late. But what I want to do, I'm going to give you a present. Is that okay? Come. I'm going to give you something special. Look at this. This is a second-hand bead bag, I'm afraid. It's one of mine, but it's hand-embroidered by a Russian devotee. And if you look at it, and you see the detail, it's amazing. So this is to help you with your chanting, okay? Then there's this. You know what this is? This is when you go to a temple in the particularly Vrindavan area, and if you're with a group, and if you're like the leader of the group, they give you one of these types of things. There's all different types, all different colors. And they put it on you like this, and you can wear it like that, or you can tie it. And it shows you're the leader. So you're getting one. And for, what was your name again? Meshika. Please come. Yes. So, this is another, I hope you don't mind, second-hand feedback. It has been used. But it's very nice. Look, Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. How many rounds each have? Okay. This will help you step by step in a natural way increase. There you go. It's a magical thing. Yeah. Because you're a spiritual leader. Sulochani ki jai, Meshika ki jai. Oh yeah. It's your birthday today, Meshika. Your birthday today. How old are you? 15. Oh, okay. And you're 14 today. Anyway, there you go. So there you go. Hare Krishna.